what's up? It's Kathy, and I'm back with another process video. And this is kind of the title of this layout is called "To Be Continued," and it's actually kind of to be continued on the previous video that I did when I was using a white background, because I'm going to use a white background again, which is, as many of you know, not completely unusual, but not something I commonly use. I use it sometimes. And some of that is because I'm doing another layout about my trip and some selfies and stuff like that. And the other reason is because the pictures that I'm scrapping are very bright and have a lot of color in them. So I wanted something plain in the background, though I am going to spruce it up a bit. And I'm just kind of experimenting with this one, and some of it turns out and some of it doesn't. I have a bunch of gelatos, but they're very light colors, and so in that instance, it kind of works better when they're not extremely watered down, but I was watering them down. So in the end, you mostly just see the that kind of neon yellow one. And in the end, I'm kind of okay with that. I was just playing around, and I do like the layout itself ends up getting really big anyway. So I end up even having to put more gelato around. I love that neon gelato. I probably should order some more gelatos because I only have a few colors and they don't necessarily all kind of match together, but I do love the kind of funky colors. It's a great way to bring in something like neon into your layout if you don't have anything else. Anyway, so these are pictures from when I first arrived in Edinburgh, in Scotland, after going on a like 4-hour train ride from London. And I at this point, like I'd been out every day in London, and then was kind of tired. So I just kind of flopped on the bed and took pictures. And plus, the hotel was super super cute. I loved it. Now it's a little different because hotel rooms and stuff like that I found uh, in the places that I was staying are much smaller than I'm used to in North America. And I know a lot of housing and stuff like that, rooms are smaller, things like that. So I, I was not exactly used to how small the room was, but it was so. One of the walls was covered in comic book covers, and the other one was like this huge map of Edinburgh with labels so you could stick where you've been and what day you were going, and it was really neat. Really neat. So I loved it because it was eclectic and fun and kind of bright and kind of like a hipster hotel, and it was right in kind of the center of the city. So it was called the Grass Market Hotel, and it was on in the Grass Market, which is kind of a big area. Anyway, so one of the other things I wanted to do was I took this stencil, which is like a Dear Lizzie stencil from an older collection of hers, and I just wanted to trace some of the flowers just to kind of have like a doodly look. And I don't show you me doing everything because somebody decided the best thing they could do was to take my Pitt pen and bend the tip. And because of that, it's all loose now and it rolls around, and I'm gonna have to get a new one. So it took forever to do this, and it didn't turn out really, really nice. There was definitely some issues with it because of that, because it kept turning while I was trying to draw. So obviously new pens will be required. I wish people would stop getting, and when I say people, I mean like my kids, would stop getting a hold of my stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to do some in the bottom left corner, and I'm going to do a little bit in the bottom right. And I just kind of, what I was doing there was whenever there were two places that joined, so that it could, make the stencil, but I didn't necessarily want to keep going, I just left it and filled in the line. so that I could make a closed little stencil piece in the end. So there, it's done. And you can see it's not perfect, but I like that about it. It's kind of a fun way to create my own background. Um, I'm going to use some of the papers. I think that might be the only paper I used that I used in my last layout. Because I'm pretty certain I used it in my last layout that I did. I think I'm trying to keep like a bit of a theme going in that. And I'm not going to scrap all the pictures because I am hoping to make a little bit of like a smaller mini album type thing. I did buy this cute scrapbook at a stationery store when I was away, and it's a different kind of scrapbook. It's just like a ringed, a coiled book with just regular paper. So I wouldn't be able to do super dimensional stuff. There'd probably be a lot of journaling and things like that in it. So then I'm also doing these pictures. So these will probably just go into my regular scrapbook because it's stuff that happened, and I do, like when I organize them, if I ever organize them, they'll be chronological. So they'll just start from the year that I started scrapbooking and go up. I always think I'm going to do that, and I never organize them. I just throw layouts in to get them out of my iris containers. And I'm using just random papers. So one's from Pink Paisley. Those hearts and the little camera print, I believe, are from Little by Little, from Chamel. And then that kind of pink palm tree kind of one is from, it's either from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams or the Oasis. I think it's from Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams because I do not believe I have the 6x6 paper pad for Oasis. I don't think I bought it. So anyway, so now I'm going to fiddle around quite a bit with how I want to position these because I want to make sure you see some of the bright pink and kind of purpley blue wall, and make sure all the colors are kind of shining through. And this is going to end up being quite a busy little layout by the time it's done. And I'm going to mess around with this and still not get it right and have to cut a new piece because it didn't tear. I didn't tear it well. And then, of course, that ends up being way too small and just get rid of it and start again. Luckily, I have lots of this paper. This I just picked up at a local store, but it's my favorite tissue paper to kind of use just because it's polka dots and it's black and white, and I love any kind of black and white pattern for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, of course, I'm ripping it down again, and I know you're thinking like you're just gonna do the same thing again, but I'm not, because I'm gonna stop and realize that it would look really cool if I scrunched it a little and made it messy, and that would be fun. And it's only gonna pop out through little places. Anyway, I finally decide where I'm going to put the pictures, and in no way, shape, or form are they in the same place that I originally, when I first laid this out, decided they would be. So that kind of happens. That's why that's why the smart scrapbookers, when they're laying something out, take a picture of their layout, and then so they remember where stuff is. I, on the other hand, do not, because I never think things through. So anyway, I did edit these photos quite a bit, mostly because I looked so disheveled by the time I got to this hotel, because it was 4 hours on a train and I had fallen asleep and like makeup smeared, hair going crazy, and I was warm on the train because I guess no one ever knows what air conditioning is anymore. So yeah. So I did not look the greatest, so I just kind of altered the photos so you didn't see all that kind of imperfections going on. Anyway, that little happy tags, I do move where those are, but those are from the 6x6 paper pad from the Little by Little collection, and they were just the top normally we would call them like a manufacturer strip, but they're just the part that that would have the hole in the top. These chipboard pieces are from the same collection that I used in the last layout, which is an older crepe paper collection. So I'm kind of using them up because the colors match really well. And then I'm going to bring in newer stuff to complement that. And I'm also now like using it up so I can buy more stuff because I'm going to be getting awesome Cassie mail here soon from Paper Issues. So yay, soon. Whenever. But so I'm trying to use up lots of the old stuff. So like this is the Dear Lizzie Saturday collection. So you can still buy it and it's really cute, but it's definitely like a travel, vacation, weekend fun kind of collection. So it had some really complementary colors. I liked the little yay because it just made me think of yay, I'm in this comfy bed. The hotel that we had in London was more like a hostel, it seemed. It just was not, it was not cool. So I was glad to be out of that hotel and into this one. The Vacation Time and This is Paradise, those are from the Oasis collection. I thought they worked well, and you know, because I'm on vacation, even though that's supposed to be like a summer one, I'm still trying to get that happy together. And this is definitely going to be one of those like throw it together kind of layouts. I just went crazy and just had fun with it and didn't really worry too much about the design. I didn't like that yes, no, maybe there because it didn't really make any sense really. Hotel chill would have really worked, but I'll have to save that for a different layout. But I think now I'm just going through my ephemera that's like brightly colored. So cute girl stuff, you know, it doesn't really matter to me that that's not a theme. It would still work. But I think in the end, I just go back and get a Dear Lizzie Saturday sticker because they're right on my desk. So it's like, well, use them up because what else am I going to do with them? Might as well use my stuff. Use it or lose it. Either use it or get rid of it. So let's use it. Now that sweet would have worked, or the yay, or the vacation time, all would have been great titles. I put to be continued because this is the second leg of my journey, you know. Was in London for a few days and now we're in Scotland. Well, I was in England, but I was in London. We didn't go out. Well, we went to Windsor and Bath and Stonehenge. But other than that, we didn't travel like all around England. So we're primarily in London. And now I'm in, you know, Scotland. So this is the second half. So this vacation is to be continued. It's going to continue in this section. So I'm adding top and bottom accents because heaven forbid I just left it plain, but I don't. But I like them up there. It's kind of fun. I'm going to stick some random stickers from the Cute Girl collection up there. And I do stamp the date on that. Now, of course, I don't do any journaling for the picture, but I will probably do it under that to be continued. So I'm going to bring in some pink, and I think it's called Hot Pink from Heidi Swap, and it's kind of a bluey pink. It's a cool pink instead of a warm one. Works really well. And then some either mint or teal. And that's about it. So this is another white background showing you something funky you can do to make it yours. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Pictures are coming up. And if you're shopping at Paper Issues, use Cat Martin for 20% off. I'll see you guys. So eventually I wave bye. Bye.